Okay. So everyone, let's wait for people to join and we're gonna start again. So if anyone didn't understand or didn't get the information that we give her, you can ask questions in the chat and we're gonna answer you. Okay. We're gonna wait for a couple of 2 minutes and continue. Okay, so let's continue. So let's see everyone here. Okay, so you can record this one, okay? People, you can record my call. So I'm already recording this one. I will upload it in my YouTube channel and send it to the Discord and the two Discords and into my. So for those who request recording, this meeting will be recorded, brother. I will send it to my free Telegram channel. I will let you record it anyway. So this is not a big deal. Okay, let's continue. Like we said, you can take the trade from this 1 hour. It's clear swipe of liquidity, like you see here, from those two equal lows. And we have also the second form of liquidity, the previous day low. So we have our engulfing candle as our confirmation entry. Okay, and we have the second theory of swing failure pattern. Okay, so this trade specific, this specific one, do you see here one, this specific trade, fool it with confirmations. So if you didn't take this trade, so you missed a lot. So you can take this with 1% risk, 1% risk in your funded account, and you're gonna be up in 5.34% in 1 day. So imagine the power of this strategy or this technique. But you need to stick to the rule. So this is totally a strong technique. You can use it to pass your trade. So you need to wait for the perfect setup like this one here. It's fooled with confirmations, so you can take it and you're gonna be up in at least for 5% a day. Okay. Will you send this Zoom call? Yeah, I said, brother, I will send it. No, for last week, the call for last week, it's just for the private Discord. This one, it's a public free Zoom call. I will send it to the two Discords and my Telegram channel, and I will post it to YouTube channel, okay? So this question, I don't want to see this question again, okay? Brother Ross, I didn't understand your question. You said this candle swapped liquidity, but looks like it stopped a higher time frame, which is below. You mean this tapped into a higher time frame? Do you talk about this one? This candle here? Yes. No. It's all about swipe of liquidity. It's not about supply and demand. Of course, price will tap into a supply after swipe of, and demand after swiping of liquidity. Okay, so we don't need to look for a supply or demand. We just need to stick in simple rules. Okay, we need to see a swipe of liquidity, engulfing candle after it, because price could swipe liquidity, tap into a demand, and then continue. This could be happen easily. Okay, it's above the 15%, brother. For those who ask about the win rate of this trade, the win rate of the concept, it's not a new concept. It's all about based on liquidity. Okay, it's above the 15%. Be sure about that. Okay, but you need to backtest it a lot to get a full understanding. Like I said, brother Rose, I think Rose didn't watch the part one. Did you watch the part one of this Zoom? Did you join from the beginning? We said yes. So like we said, this strategy it's not need to be based on lower time frame on higher time frame higher time frame. So this for people who don't have time to just keep watching chart. We can here, obviously, we can here drop to the 1 minute. For example, if we drop to the 1 minute here, for example, we can find an entry. Of course, we can find multiple entries. Okay, we can find multiple entries. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. For example, we have here our change of character after the swipe of liquidity. Okay, it's clear change of character. So if we got the fib from this low to this high, our discount area starting from this point here. So we need to look for our entry from this point, from this discounted zone. So this will be our zone to look for entry. Okay, we are on the 1 minute, brother. Remember, so we have here a clear fair value gap. Okay, at this point, the first fair value gap. If we, for example, go to the 2 minutes, will be, or 3 minutes will be more clear. Okay, so, and we have a small tiny fair value gap. The 5 minutes, maybe, yeah, okay. The 5 minutes will be very clear entry. You can take it from this fair value gap. Okay, set your stop loss below. Remember, you are in discounted point, and you can target the Asia high or this high or even the previous day high. This will be more than 10 hour. Of course, we can drop to the lower time frame. This is all totally up to you. And you can, of course, scroll in multiple entries here. This one, we have here multiple, like we said, we have here multiple demands in the lower time frame. This one here, this one here, this one here also. We have here some liquidity generated here. After the swipe of liquidity price, you can take an entry here from this point. You can take an entry here. So you can take multiple entries on the lower time frame. Okay, but this one made just for people who don't have time. So you need just to look for 1 or 2 things and then take and then execute your trade. And this is all what you need. Okay, so please, sir, have you, yeah, I said this one recorded and will be published in the YouTube channel and in the free Telegram channel. So basically, after clear of liquidity, we wait for bearish or bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, you need to wait for engulfing candle and then just take your trade. It's so simple. You have one, or you have some rules and then take the trade. This is all you need. So let's, okay. On the 1 hour, we took this trade from the 1 hour, yeah, from the 1 hour time frame. And then, okay, so we have here our next point of liquidity as a target. Okay, and like we said, this will be our target. Okay, so then, like we see before, remember, we have here our internal higher time frame liquidity and our supply. So when price reach this point, we no longer more look for another trades to the upside. We're gonna look for a short, expansion short. So you need to look for just one trade to take the expansion, because the expansion move, you can't scroll in multiple trades because price will drop strongly with strong momentum to the downside. Okay, so this move will be like this way here and then strong drop. Okay, so now we're gonna scroll in short and buy positions till we reach this point. Okay, let's continue from our 15-minute time frame. Okay, so here we are in Asia session, so no trades. So our previous day high already taken. So we are in London session. Okay, so here, so remember, if you have a high impact news, don't trade. Okay, don't look for this, sorry, don't look for a trade if you have high impact news. Okay, so now we will not longer looking for short. Maybe we can look taking multiple entries. So here we have price tapped into our supply. We took the internal liquidity. Okay, so now what we're gonna look for? So now we're gonna look for a confirmation entry, our smart money concept classic confirmation entry. We're gonna look for a clear change of character, or a clear change of character with liquidity generating below our entry or our supply after looking after the change of character. Okay, so now let's wait. and looking for. Okay, so now price tapped into our supply. We don't have any clear any clear change of character. So this here, it's not a change of character because we still have a huge imbalance. Price can easily rebalance himself and push again to the upside. Brother, can you upload? Yeah, I said I uploaded. Okay, I will upload it. This question repeat itself more than 10 times. I will not answer for this question again. Okay, it's clear. Okay, so now we don't, so if you don't have your change of character, you need to continue looking for trades till we got the change of character, okay? Okay, so now let's look for waiting for swipe of liquidity. So here, it's clear generating of liquidity at this point. Always don't forget the classic liquidity, the retail trade, the retail liquidity, the channel, trend line, and support and resistance, the patterns, all those are form of liquidity. Thanks, Dalu. Okay, Dalu, it's one of the most active members in my private Discord. It's a good trader and always active trader. I like the active traders who ask smart questions. Okay, so now we have two forms of liquidity. This channel, taking the up of this channel because retail traders look to short from this point. We took the previous day high. So now we can here take a trade and short. And of course, our target will be the previous day low or this, at least this side of liquidity. Okay. So now, okay. Here we have a strong push to the upside. So easily you can take the trade from this point after the swipe of liquidity. But your risk to reward will be 3R. But if you dropped to, for example, let's say the 10 minutes, you can refine your entry to this point, to this candle, because this engulfing candle, and even in the 15 minutes, it's engulfing candle. So if you find engulfing candle, but give you better entry, the call is being recognized. Okay, so this is our engulfing candle. Let's say we are in 10 minutes. If you drop to the 5 minutes, you can find maybe better one, not this one. Let me check the, okay. Now I think we're gonna stick to the 10 minutes entry. Let's say we took from this point and our stop loss will be this above the high, the last high that swept liquidity, and our target will be the previous day low or this low, specifically this low. Brothers, specifically this low, it's a point of liquidity. It's a strong point of liquidity. Why? Anyone here know why this point here? This is the previous day low, but this not the previous day low. Why I consider this as a huge point of liquidity? If anyone have the answer, can you answer me in the chat? Why we consider this as a huge point of liquidity? Okay, let me see your answers, brothers. Strong BOS, not strong BOS. The order block, yeah, the order block actually is the order block. So you need to know that order blocks, there is order blocks that work very fine. Yeah, of course, I know there is imbalance. So this will be our, this is liquidity, but below the order block, it's relevant double bottom. This is the first point. We have here multiple like support and resistance level. We have multiple touches at this level of price. Okay, this is the first. Can you focus on the entry? It's important and we don't get it too much. Okay, we're gonna repeat, brother, don't worry, we're gonna repeat about the entry. We're gonna repeat it, okay, because it's coming to take out the order block with a big implicit candle. Yeah, so this is fancy OB. I talked about it in my YouTube video about liquidity. Those clear order blocks, they are a point of liquidity. So a lot of traders look to take a buy from this point, so avoid to take the same entry of different of or take an entry for like dump smart money traders. Okay, so a lot of traders look to take entry from this point, so avoid taking entry from this point. About entry, like I said, brothers who didn't understand the entry, we need to look for two things. Okay, so let's repeat the criteria of our entry. We need to look for swipe of liquidity, then confirmation candle, and then the target. It's up to you. So our confirmation candles, engulfing candle like this one, or strong momentum to the opposite direction, and doji candle. You can stick to one of this. For example, you choose the doji candle. This doji candle will be happen or will be print after swipe of liquidity. Be sure that the doji candle will be print after swipe of liquidity, because you're gonna see, for example, this high. Let's take this high as example. Let's say this high, it's a point of liquidity. You're gonna see a strong push to the upside and strong back. So strong push to the above this high and then come back quickly. So this is strong. This is our confirmation. Or you're gonna see taking this high and then little bit consolidation and then strong push to the downside. This is your confirmation. Okay, so you can look for high time frames to find this doji candle, and then you can take the trade with market execution or engulfing candle. Okay, if you didn't find the doji candle. Okay, so let's come back to our trade. So here at the 10-minute, it's clear. So this is engulfing candle, brother. If you didn't identify this as an engulfing candle, so we have here this candle here, engulf it, those three candles. So it's obvious. Okay, even if you didn't, you can find a better entry. Sorry, why this didn't. So even this one here, it's, and this is a candle, it's a doji candle. You can take a trade from this point. You can get a better risk to reward. Okay, so there is a protected high. Yeah, so you already know that price after taking liquidity, this high will be a protected high. So this is obvious. Okay, so this is our entry. Our target will be, like we said, the previous day low. So now, after the swipe of liquidity of the previous day low, we're gonna look for another entry to take along. So at this point, we have a change of character. So this point here will be a swipe of liquidity and at the same time the change of character. So maybe some of you will consider this is the change of character. It's valid in the two cases. Okay, can this concept be used on? Yeah, of course you can use it. We just explain it with this entry here. We talked about it into this entry. So if you didn't see or just come now, you can check the recorded call. This will be sent to the Telegram channel and the YouTube channel and the Discord. You can check when we talked about this entry here. It's the 1 minute. I explain it how to use the 1 minute time frame here. Okay, if you know how to identify external and internal liquidity in lower time frames, so even with this move here we have internal and external liquidity. Okay, so everyone, do you hear me? Yeah, I will drop it. Let me check. Okay, I will post it here. Okay, this is my Telegram. Please drop it. Okay, so let's continue. So it's like we said. So now here we have a multiple things to notice. We have here previous day low, okay, and old previous day low from this point. Do you see this point here? We have old previous day low in that current day, and we have irrelevant equal lows. Okay, so here we have multiple point of liquidity. So, and remember, we tapped into higher time frame our point of interest after taking higher time frame internal liquidity. So we have our change of character to take a short. So now we need price to come back all the way and take in the short. And in the way to our point of interest, we can take long positions. So this 13-minute order block will be great, but you can find a better one, especially with this small fair value gap. So I take the entry, my members in the private Discord know, and they watch with me this trade. I took the trade and I still hold this one. So this candle here, it's clear. We have engulfing candle. We have here our supply zone. So this is our confirmation entry. So I will set already my limit here. Okay. So my target for this point here, it's the external liquidity. This one, and I have another higher time frame liquidity based here. We have equal lows. So we're gonna talk about this later. Okay. Okay. So now we can take a different multiple entry also, like I said. So we have here the swipe of liquidity from those lows, the previous day high and previous day low taken out. Okay, so after this push, let me check the. Okay, so this one it's very, very, very nice candle. It's doji candle. You can take a trade after the closing of this candle. Let me find another confirmation. So on the 45-minute, this doji candle, in the 13-minute, this engulfing candle. So you have multiple time frame confirmations. You can take the trade from this point. Remember, the stop loss, it's always can be hit. Your target will be the Asia high as a point of liquidity or your supply zone that you're gonna take a short from. So remember, your target from this long position will be your entry from this short position. Okay, so now let's check this trade. So this trade took in a bad time because we have here our Asia session. Okay, so now let's look for. Okay, here I think it's event news. So let's. And remember, on the 41-minute, we have a short position from this supply. And remember, this high here, it's an inducement. Remember, we have this inducement. Okay. So we drought our all form of liquidity. We have this long position. We can, let's say we took our profit here for 3R. This is good. So we have here also the Asia low. That's a point of liquidity. Okay. So now this is our previous day high, could be this point of liquidity. We have this Asia old low and this Asia new low. Okay, let's drop it to this point. Okay, so after the Asia low taken out, we can take a trade from this point. We have here engulfing candle with doji candle, set stop loss below it. But remember, we have here previous Asia low didn't taken out with previous day high, a day low. So price could easily take this lows and push again. Okay. Okay, like you say here, like I said, price could easily because we still have some liquidity. So this is why I said don't look for high RR. Okay. So now at this point, there is no clear entry. Let's check the higher time frame. So in the more higher time frames, you can find better entries like this one here. It's clear doji candle. You can take trade from this point after the closing of this candle, and your target again the previous day high or your entry from the short position or your inducement or the supply. It's the same. So what give us more confirmations for the short? Like you see here, we have the inducement. Let me give you, we have here our supply, clear, nice supply with inducement. We have this old previous day high didn't taken out. And we have here support and resistance level. Do you see here? So if someone didn't see what I see, just tell me. We have here a clear support and resistance level. We have Asia session, also liquidity. So after this strong push to the downside, all form of liquidity get taken out and got me into this trade from this supply. So now, after price stopped into this supply and our trade triggered, we saw a strong momentum. So price, if you notice it here, price move with slow momentum, but after tapping into our confirmation entry and swipe off this huge liquidity, need to drop strongly to the upside because we just took a lot of liquidity. So we need to see a huge momentum to the downside. So we are now in the expansion move. So no longer, we are not longer in the retracement move. So remember, let's come back to our theory here. So remember what I draw here, that the price need to generate liquidity in the way to take the internal liquidity, because the liquidity is the fuel that move the market. So here price push to the upside, take an internal, but in the way generate liquidity below lows. So all those previous day lows will be target, okay, till we reach the external liquidity, the last point of liquidity, okay? So like you see here, we have multiple, like this one, previous day low didn't taken out, previous day low didn't taken out, this previous day low didn't taken out, even this one and this one, all those are a point of liquidity. So we generate a lot of liquidity below here. Every low here, it's a point of liquidity. So every long setup here will be invalid. Maybe you can find some long positions, but this will be risky, especially after the expansion move. So this is the trade I took. So here we have event news, price push the news push the price extremely to the upside, but like you see here, we have this day low, previous day low, and we have this supply, this demand still valid. Maybe some of you can take a trade from this point. So let me show you the trade I took, but this one, it's not into our strategy. So this one took in the lower time frame. So that is the theory that said after strong push that's caused by high impact news, price need to retrace to rebalance this imbalance here. So it's just a bonus trade. I will break it down for you now. Okay, so I took this trade from, I think, let me check again. I think that from this one here, from this fair value gap, I just took the trade and set my stop loss below this low. My target was I think here for 5R. So at this moment, on Friday, I think on Friday, I have two positions: the short from this high time frame confirmation entry, and this one here. So this one hit it our stop loss. So now we're gonna look for, we have here a clear chance to take a re-entry from added another entry to this one here. So we have here price tapped into this fair value gap. Okay, so this one is a classic SMC. It's normal. We're gonna look for swipe of liquidity, change of character, valid demand, supply or demand, and take the entry. So here we have swipe of liquidity from those equal highs, clear, and we have here a change of character. Okay, and on the 1 minute, I think we have here our order block. You can check other lower time frames. For example, we have here a fair value gap. Okay, and we have this endorsement liquidity. Okay, so but I didn't take the trade directly from this point. I just waited. Okay, price after tapping into this fair value gap shoot down, push to the downside with extreme. So we have here other change of character, extra confirmation. We have our supply, and inside this supply we have a fair value gap. Okay, so this multiple confirmations, I think I took it from the 2 minute time frame. I don't remember exactly which time frame. Yeah, I think the 2 minute. okay, and set my stop loss above this high, and my target will be this external liquidity or this extreme point of liquidity, okay, and this trade played out. So now I have two positions in the short on EuroCAD, still didn't close it, so let's till the end, okay. So this is our trade, the market now at this position. So I hope this market will open below this lows to continue to the downside anyway. So this is the strategy. I hope you all understand the strategy. So now we have 10 minutes for your questions. If anyone have questions or didn't understand anything about the strategy, you can ask me. I will be happy to answer you. So this is the strategy. So try to understand the internal and external liquidity. Take this draw here and put it in your desk and try to backtest it every day, okay? So now, if anyone have questions, go ahead. We're gonna answer on your questions. If there is no questions, we're gonna close the call and we're gonna see you tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, so let's go. Put your questions in the chat. Okay, the first question, share Telegram link. I already shared, brother. I will reply on you. Okay, this is my Telegram. I joined late. Please brave the strategy, brother. The strategy recorded, and I will upload it to my YouTube channel and send it to my free Telegram channel, and also I will be send it to Discord, my private Discord. And Mahad, you can find me if you are in Mahad Discord. You can find me in Elite section. I will post this call, okay, so you can watch it and understand all what we explain here and how we took all those trades. What is the logic behind all this move here and why price moves just like this all the way to this point and expand from this point. At least we'll reach this point, okay? So I can't see the Telegram link. Please share it in your Discord. You are in our private Discord or in the Mahad Discord. So the endorsement liquidity swipe. Let me share the link of my Discord, my Telegram. So, okay. So I replied on you. KVNG Luxy. I sent it to you the Telegram. Is endorsement a liquidity sweep? Didn't get your question. What do you mean? We have endorsement. So I explained the endorsement. The endorsement, it's a liquidity close to an order block. So when we explain it, this, so at this point, we said that we have this point of interest after this drop. We have internal external liquidity here, got swept it from these equal lows on the higher time frame. We have the swipe. So we identified our point of interest, and I said this is endorsement. Do you see this high here with the fair value gap? We have here Asia session didn't taken out. We have this London high and New York high. So this one here, this high, it's the previous day high that didn't taken out. If we go to the daily, you can see the previous day clearly didn't taken out. So this is the candle. Do you see this candle here? We have the low here. We took the previous day low, but this candle, this is the high of this day, didn't taken out. So we have our liquidity close. It's liquidity form of liquidity just close to order block, just close to a point of interest. This is endorsement. Simple definition for endorsement. Liquidity close to order block, okay? So this is our endorsement. If you ask about the endorsement. Okay, so for more questions. So anyway, if anyone have more questions, please send it here. Okay, how to join your private. Okay, so we're gonna talk about our private Discord. So like I said, our private Discord, we're gonna run another discount. This will be the last discount because we have a nice event for this week. We have the Eid al-Mubarak, Eid al-Akbar for Muslims. I'm a Muslim, so because of this happy big event, I will run another discount. Okay, so all informations, I will send it to the Telegram free channel. So tomorrow, inshallah, I will send our discount, our offer. You're gonna see all informations. You're gonna understand what you're gonna find in our Discord. So you're gonna see the price and the, okay, then it's up to you if you want to join or no. How much will it to be? Brother, you're gonna find all the information in the Telegram channel. Just follow us in the Telegram channel. All information will not be said. So take the chance now and ask technical questions. This is your chance to take technical questions. So avoid those questions. Thanks you. Appreciate your teaching. Yeah, no problem. Of course, brother. Like I said, everything you can find all information in Telegram channel. I send my setups and my weekly watch list and breakdown and recaps to, are you doing breakdown? Yeah, of course we do a problem. So I will make a full video for what we're gonna find or what you're gonna get in the Discord. So just will be uploaded tomorrow in the Telegram channel with full explanation of what we're gonna talk about. Brother, not related to the strategy, but could you please explain about this? Yeah, sorry, brother. I remember you from my Discord. I didn't answer you about the GPP and the trade that hit stop loss. It's probably a swipe of liquidity. Was a swipe, another swipe of liquidity, because price, if there is not enough liquidity, will take those highs every time. So I didn't answer you because I want to just confirm if this is a swipe of liquidity or not. So last week, I just sent this idea. I don't remember which, yeah, on this idea, yeah. I sent this to take a short from, I think, the 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Yeah, on the 16 minutes, I sent this order block to take a short from it, okay? Price react from it a little bit and then push to the upside. So we have a swipe of liquidity from a swing high external liquidity, and we have this nice drop to the downside. We have here some liquidity generated below. So I just took the short from this point, but hit my stop loss, but price just took this high and then the real drop come. So for next week, maybe price will retrace at least at this point. We have previous day high, but this, after the swipe of liquidity, this will consider as a valid point of interest. Especially we have some fair value gap and we have here some inducement liquidity. So price, I most likely want to see price retrace, like the same thing with the EuroCAD. I want to see a price retrace, and we can take multiple trades from this point, at least till we reach this point, and look for confirmation to drop it all the way to this liquidity here, okay? So it's just a swipe of liquidity from this high, brother, about GPP and ZD on the 16 minute, yeah. So, okay. And even if you checked a higher time frame, for example, the daily, you can find another highs here. Sorry, another highs here that didn't taken out before. So price could, like this one here, this double top already taken. So you can find maybe price wants to go all the way to this point of interest. Okay, so if you dropped to the lower time frame into this specific week, like you see here, we have here multiple highs taken out. Remember, we are on daily. So you absolutely, you can find a point of interest here. Price wants to go to it, okay? You can look for defined point of interest here, okay? So can you check USD? So sorry, brother. Our weekly watch list gonna take the Zoom call in the private Discord tomorrow, okay? So thanks. I hope you got full understanding for the strategy. So see you all the next tomorrow. Have a good week.